up. The second one, the sound was messed up. Here's the third try. So the volume mixer, I thought I had it up. Let me bring it back up. I've got the sound at, it reset back to 18. I want to try the sound at 2. At 2. Okay. Let's close that and bring it back open. Because I just set this before I turned on OBS at 2. So now I'm gonna have to see if the video is good after I'm done recording. But one other thing I thought of that I didn't show is I should show my troops. I should show my troop details. So let's start from the bottom here. I've got at least 1 million of everything. I've got Leonidas on the wall, and I'm doing T1 ground instead of T1 mounted. Although I do have some T1 mounted, and then I have a few T2 and T3 grounded mounted. So I have 21 million T2 and 13 million T3, and then everything's basically just 1 million up, except I have some level 5, some T5 siege, and then I also have some T9 siege, because that's 1, 5, 9, 11, and 13 are where the siege range changes on the troops. So I'm going to be making 1, 5, well, probably not a lot of 1s because I don't have flats for siege, but I'm going to be making 5, 9, 11, 13 siege. So I have 22 million T11 siege, and I have almost 8 million T12s. Just because I know I said I was making 5, 9, 11, 13, but for siege bombs, I want to use T11, T12 because they attack from top down. So I just want to get this to where I have 50%. I want to get to 11 million because I have 22 million of the T11. It takes a significant amount of resources. Like, it's pretty crazy. I did like 80 billion stone, and I made something like 13 or 14 million of them because I already had like 7. And I was looking at Genghis's. I watch a lot of Genghis's videos of all of the content creators. I watch his just because it's the most useful, because it has the aptoid codes, and he's very good at talking about things. Like, I've re-listened to my first 2 videos. I always re-listen to them, and I misspoke like several times. I said different words than what I meant. He never does that in his videos. It's pretty good sign that someone's going to be a good content creator is if they never misspeak. Actually, I do remember him misspeaking one time where he said the wrong word, but when you're talking about things, he tries to make his videos short. 6 minutes, 7 minutes seems to be like his go-to. And when you're trying to say things that fast, you can say the wrong word sometimes. But yeah, here is the rest of my troops. I really feel like I have enough T13, T14 troops, that I have enough troops that I should try to get to keep 40. And just so I can start making T15 troops only. It takes a significant amount of resources to start upgrading your building. Like your different buildings inside, like, it's pretty crazy. The amount of buildings. Oh, what I wanted to say was I saw one of his videos and the 80 billion stone that I did, just going from level 40 to 41 on one of the troop buildings was almost 80 billion of each. It was like 77, 78, 79 billion just for one building upgrade. And I thought about that, like, I did 80 billion stone, like, no food, a third of that in wood and lumber to make 13 million siege. I was like, wow, that's expensive. So either I could, and in that video he talks about, like, do you want the power level increase of the troops' power level, or do you want some minor increases on these buildings, because those buildings aren't going to do much for you. 10% to attack, defense, or hit points, but those buildings aren't going to do much for you. until they're at 45 and you can make level 45 troops or level 16 troops. So there's no point in really upgrading through 40s until you actually keep 45. So I have my buildings upgraded to 37 and 38. But the thing is that I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just waited until I had enough mats to do whatever the requirements are to get to keep to 40, and then do one troop type at a time, leveling to 40. I want to do my stables first, just so I can start killing those 600 million power mobs. Like the level 4 Cerberuses and Knights, Bayer Knights, and the level 6, witches and golems and Sphinx. Well, I think Sphinx is actually level 7. But I want to be able to kill those for my alliance, because I do run rallies. I'm quite often, some every day. I'm not the guy that does it the most in our alliance. We have one guy that will do like 12 hours every single day of rallies, and like I'll tell him if he wants me to run them so he can take a bit of a break sometimes. That'll happen every day and a half, day or two or whatever. But yeah. So this is one last video test. Hopefully my sound is all right, just so the background music can barely be heard, and you're able to hear my voice good enough, and hopefully the video is in the right proportions. Which once you change that, it shouldn't change in OBS. But yeah, that's a wrap. I will find out as soon as I view this video in a few moments here. Thanks for watching.